Welcome into another video. Thank you all for being here. As well as thank you to the ones that have donated. But if you're wanting to help with the living situation I'm in, with funding of that, you can donate to me directly using the links below, the Cash App, the Chime, the Venmo, and the PayPal. Not only supports what I do, but it also supports my living situation and to keep me afloat, so I'm able to do the things such as, tarot readings, teaching people the correct way of tarot, and the other teachings that I do on this channel. It helps keep those afloat. But right now we're going to get just the card of the day. Let's see how that works and goes. The first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles upright. The Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, and it talks about really the final stage of things moving. It talks about the final step before a new idea is brought. Whatever you have been working on, the physical, has been brought to its fullest. Or the idea that you have just now began to start and put on the physical, meaning that you were already in a King of Pentacles energy, signifying that you were working on something, allowing it to mature, learning how it works, whether this is mental, physical, spiritual, or has to do with a feeling or a memory. Whatever this is a call with the Knight of Pentacles saying that it's time for things to move from the physical back to that spiritual nature. As on the Knight of the Pentacles, the knight is being led by a black horse, which represents the feminine, the nurturing, the negative energy, the receiving. The potential energy, and it's going back to that stasis. So whatever you have been working on, allow it to go back into the stage of forming something new. Or maybe this is, you coming up with a new way of doing something because you see how the old way worked, and though it's nice for you and you see the benefit, now it's time to almost expand on it and see what else you can do with it, where else you can possibly even take it. But it is a transitional card. It is saying that this is the movement phase. This is the time to move things on the physical. Whether this is the releasing of something that you need to get done or the beginning of the releasing of things that you need to get done, this is what this card is saying. So be sure to be productive. Know that whatever has happened on the physical is now going to be resolved with a upbringing of a new idea. And I feel called to talk about it in this sense because it would do some more explaining about what this card represents to a more general stasis, if you will. And that is to say, let's say there's an argument on the physical between you and someone else. The Knight of Pentacles would represent that whatever has been done physically, which includes vocally, whatever you have witnessed on the physical, is over, and now you're being faced with the ideas. This is your, do they hate me? Did I do something wrong? XYZ. The thoughts are going around the head, but those thoughts are not thoughts because they were not brought to you until the idea that person that you were talking with or arguing with has either the same or a differential energy that's, feeding and or rebutting against you. If you want to talk about it in that sense. But all in all, it's talking about needing to move forward. So if you are someone that just got in an argument with someone, or you are watching this video because you want information about who's attacking you with magic, P.S. that's just you attacking yourself with magic and allowing other people, i.e. these readers who are lying to you, keep that wheel going. So you have the will, you have the keys to break that whenever you want. You have no one else to blame except for yourself in this day and age, truly. But it's saying that whatever happened on the physical is over. You don't have to worry about anything on the physical happening unless you decide to move forward with that intent So allow things to die out if that is the case. If you are, finishing up projects, allow yourself to not only move forward, but especially with the black horse, allow the black horse, the feminine horse, to fuel you, to nurture you. It is time for you to receive what you need. And this could even signify something on the physical to come to you, to give you that nurturing as well. But the only way that's going to be the case is if you already had something that was working, or something, or, just keep your eye out for progress. Keep your eyes out for that, oh, this is that me moving forward. This is going to get you more connected with, like, yourself and to know how you operate. And again, even while moving forward, the red that is over top of the black horse represents the rational mind and its doings. You're wearing armor. The red cloth is over top of the armor of the knight or the fool or you, signifying that you are protected from that rational mind if you choose to continue to not only look ahead, but to hold the prize in honor. If you look at the Knight of Pentacles up closely, he's not looking at the pinnacle, he's presenting the pinnacle, which is showing and telling that you, your physical self, are showing yourself the nurturing by seeing how far you've ventured the land with the horsepower or extra force. So don't allow yourself to become scared or to back down from what you were, going forwards and what you were doing. You're not seeing the prize because you're moving with it, but you do have it in your hands. You do have the key, the orb, whatever you're looking for, whatever you've been trying to find the answer, right? You already have that. You need to move forward with this nurturing energy, though. Whether that means putting more time and attention to nurture it, whether that means to not feed into it these thoughts of pessimism, however it is for you, make sure that you're doing that job, because when it becomes that Ace of Wands again, when it becomes that fire, that pure idea, that fire, that inspiration, the in-spirit ion, or spirit in energy, or the energy and spirit that's allowing things to move, right? What you're needing to do is just make sure that you're not feeding this rot energy into it, this pessimism into it, this, oh, it's not going to work, the doubt, or allowing that to kind of come towards you. You know what you have, you know what you're working for, you know what you're desiring the outcome to be, so allow that to just be. Don't change it. Don't go day by day and try and tweak it, because that's what takes so long for it to come in as well. You know what your results are going to be. You know what your intention is for it. Allow that intention to be your direction and drive that path. The Knight of Pentacles, again, they're not, people want to gauge them on speed. I would say anything on a horse would not be slow. So I don't really agree with the Knight of Pentacles being that slow energy. I don't know where they get that. You know why they call it horsepower? Because it makes it go fast. It boosts it. It gives it more power. So I don't see how a horse would slow things down. Why the fuck did we use horses back in the day to speed things up? So you know what I mean? Regardless of that, I just need to point that out and say that it just talks about that transition. Time is irrelevant. Your speed of it is just relating to your rational mind of when. It will go when you go. It will happen when you involve yourself fully into it, without holding on to your intention needing to be an instant gratification. When you have to stop reminding yourself of the reason for why you're doing it, that's when the progress is actually going to be seen and made, because you're no longer in that energy of it. You don't notice things that happen in the heat of the moment. So this Knight of Pentacles is telling you really to allow the forces around you to also guide you. Release some of that weight so you can spend your other energy observing or controlling parts of you and your own aspects of self that will help things move in smoother. In that sense. But more with the Knight of Pentacles is it's showing you as well, like this barren land. So know that when you move forward, even if it's the same business model, even if it's the same idea or the same path, know that it's new ground, it's new soil. If you're meeting someone new, don't allow your old traumas to become so attached to you and make that your own identity that you then fear that happening with that other person. Don't put that, out there. This is a really good time to be introspective about the thought process that you had with this and where you're going to take it. And if you actually need the thought process that you've had come with you or not. Most of the time, you don't need that thought process coming with you. But it's that thought process that will hold on to you because you've yet to acknowledge it fully or see what it's trying to show you, which is the reason behind why you won't move forward, or you might have been stuck or however. But take this time for introspection. It's no longer just you learning how to do things. It is now you working back in tandem with spirit in a more aware way, in a more feminine way, in a more receiving way. So allow yourself to receive what you need to receive, whether it's this message, whether it is support or help from someone else. That's just what you're needing to do at this time, is to open up your arms for that. Know that, the things that come in, even if they aren't directly related with what you're doing, are still deserved. Because it's part of that process of receiving. So you may receive things that you might not fully like, but that's, the backup that you've had. Maybe you've been resistant to accepting or feeling certain things. So now when you open up to receiving, those are the first things that pop through. And the reason why they pop up so soon and so fast is because they don't want to be there to hog up your time. They want to be felt and then released. That's the whole process. So make sure that you're not gunked up as well moving forward. If things are moving very slow, you're most likely gunked up with a bunch of thoughts that are keeping you stagnant or from taking the steps that you actually need to take. Though it's a day-by-day process for some people, for sure, just make sure that you're not actually repeating the same cycle over and over again and soft-locking yourself in that sense. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it is saying that you do have movement. But when it goes to this Ace of Wands, it's going to go right back to a birthing fire, to the Aries, to the fire that isn't even kindled or truly lit yet. It's the feeling that, I want to make this fire, that creates that Ace of Wands, truly. So just make sure that the feelings, the process, the route that you're walking, the way you're positioning yourself is in a way that's going to be beneficial when you're moving forward, rather than one of lack or despair or pessimism again. However this is for you. But regardless of the situation of what this could be, this could just be you talking with an old person who you got off on wrong terms with. Just know that things have already happened, and if we're gonna give a card a time frame, I would definitely say that the Knight of Pentacles relates not, it's all the cards are heavily in the present moment. But if we're gonna use the 3 time periods, if you want to say it in that sense, it relies a lot about the past and looking forward in the future for the present, and allowing the past to be more of a guideline. I need to look out for this. I shouldn't eat these berries. What are the things and mistakes and choice, not even mistakes, what are the choices that you made in the past that led you to these discoveries now, whether you like something or not. Just kind of keeping your eye out for that and moving forward, so you'll know more of what you're desiring, which will boost your self-worth, and your morale will boost as well, because you'll be listening to that aspect of self that gets what you really want rather than what you want and that the world around you will accept without saying is too taboo. But regardless, that has been the card of the day. Thank you all so much for being here, for the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and donation, whether they are energetic or financial. And again, if you would like to help me with the funding of keeping housing and doing what I love to do here, please do be sure to donate to the Cash App, the PayPal, the Chime, or the Venmo in the description. I also have services available in the link in the description as well to my website, where we have tarot readings and a bunch of other things that can definitely help people, no matter if you are feeling affected or afflicted by other people, or just simply need your own personal help. I have services to help for both of those. for any purpose, truly. But if you don't have, if you want to see the full list of services that I have, because the website is limited, you can email me. My email should also be in the description as well. If it's not, just leave a comment and I can respond to your comment with my email. It's no worries. But regardless, I love each and every one of y'all to the moon and back tenfold and forever. And I will see you all later.